All right, so the plan this evening is to actually do something a little different. Normally I go in, do the single player mode. I've been kind of honing my skills there. Gonna go into the online tonight and see if I can't get some experience in the online realm, see how well I do. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with the techniques, and I'm hoping that I can apparently, okay. All right, my apologies for the long delay there. I am not an internet personality. Just got some news on my last tournament results, so you can probably see the amount of tournament points I have went up. I didn't do very good last time. Want to do better, so I've been working on the single player mode, getting better there, and about to go into the online bass tournament and see if I can't have some success in that realm. So we're going into 60 minutes at Lake Johnson. I'm going to pay the 100 TP and see what we can do. I'm going to be going back to the same area that I was doing in the videos. I think between the lily pads and the open water, should have some fairly good success, I'm hoping. So we'll see what happens. I've got an hour to try to put together a good string or a fish, and you know, I'm optimistic that I'll improve. I don't think I've ever been in the top 100. So again, going back to Baker's Bay, and going to hit that that entry point, that boat launch, and see what we can drum up in the next hour or so. So I apologize in advance. I am not very entertaining, but I'm going to try to keep the commentary going and let you know what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So apparently I'm going with a little bit lesser of a boat this time. I've got the Dovetail Live 150. So, and right on big fish. So well, this is a promising start. So I've got the shad that we've been using in the solo version, and hopefully we can catch some fish. All right, so great way to start off. Perfect strike. I'm gonna knock that drag down to 20 pounds. I've just too many instances when they run where the drag goes too high, too quickly. And I think the key, like I said, is keeping the tension between the high and the low points. And it can be very challenging with big fish. And I noticed there were some very, very large fish on the fish finder. So and it looks like we got a good one here, honestly. I'll be surprised if he's not at least 8 pounds. Just the runs, that he's making, and what I'm feeling for the feedback on the controller and the stamina. Still able to hit max tension. So we're bringing him in now. Gotta love the size on that. Holy cow. That's a hog. 13 pounds. It's a way to start. So again, not going to change up my gameplay any from the single mode. I think I'm going to continue to hit this spot. We'll go with the 2. Like I said, I'll use the jerk. Try to get some action. We've already got it. I've got some action right away. So get the interest of the fish on there, and see if we can't get another strike right away. So another perfect strike. I think I've got another good fish on here. Another really big fish, if what I'm seeing is true. Man. Those runs back towards the boat are really killer. I think this fish could be bigger than the last one. Yeah, he really sets off the pressure when he runs away. Yep, too short of a fight. I think that's going to be a smaller fish, and it definitely is. Good fighter, though. 5 pounds, 12 ounces. Not the end of the world. Definitely not the 13 pounds that the last fish was. So, and now that I've got an hour, just part of my strategy, I am going to hit both of the lily pads. I think that'll be the best way to get the max results. I'm not just going to stay out here in open water the whole time. But I think that's it's telling that that's where you find the 13 pounder. So hopefully we can continue to hook some big fish. I would really like to win this thing, but I was looking at some of those weights earlier. I don't know that I'm that skilled yet. I did slow down significantly as I was coming in here. I'm going to be waiting to see if I've got anything that's close to hitting it, because I'm not seeing anything right now, and that tells me that I probably need a quicker retrieve on this to get the strike. So yeah, and I don't see anything anywhere near that. So I'm going to be going to a 2 retrieval speed here and see if that doesn't improve the strike at all. So good cast there, 50 some yards. But I think one of the keys to this is agitating the fish. So every so often I'm just feathering the L2 button. Give it a good run, little stop, little twitch every so often. Really just want them to bite. Good stop, see if anything hits it. There's definitely something splashing around in the background. I've got somebody's interest, but if I can't get the strike, I'm going to move. And I've talked about this in some of my other videos as well, but I'm looking, there's got to be a fish somewhere out here working that I'm missing. Don't see it yet. But there was definitely some splashing. And with that 13 pounder already being pulled, if there's another big fish out here, I'd really like to land that one as well. So I'm going to go back to just covering a lot of ground as much as I can. Again, going with 2 on the retrieval speed. Right now just bringing it in constant. And we got a good hook. And this fish is very challenging, coming in very close and then running out very hard. And again, that pressure, wow, that is a huge fish. And you can see how quickly on the tension rod it goes from the low to the high here. So Really trying not to lose him. But I'll tell you, the silhouette in the water, I don't know if that's a bass or not. It is. Another very good sized bass. 7-pounder. I'll take that. Really thought he was bigger, just based on what I was seeing. I'm going to go back to this other edge of the boat here, where I was casting before, and see if whatever was out there before is still out there. I am getting some interest. Again, interest but no strike. Nothing in the water chasing the lure. I'll go a little to my left here. And I feel like I've got enough interest here to get a bite. One of the things I'm looking for is it's giving me the commands, is how quickly they're changing. And it seems like they're changing fairly quickly. So I take that as a good sign. But I could be completely wrong. I would expect a bite at this point. I'm still not getting the bite. And to me that says it's either a very experienced fish, which normally translates to being larger, or I'm simply just fishing an area that I'm not getting any returns on. And again, I see the interest, I don't see the fish. All right, well, I'm going to give this one more cast here, and then I think I'm going to head to the lily pads. As with the 20-minute tournaments, I think the key is to try to get as many fish as quickly as you can. And man, I hear that splashing. Still don't know where that's coming from. That may be enough to keep me on the hook until I find out where that fish is at. We got a good strike here. And I'm going to be, even with a good strike, I'm going to be utilizing the drag very heavily to try to keep this in a good range, because I've just had too many times where I've not, and I end up losing that fish. Largemouth, decent size, nothing to write home to mom about. 3 pounds, it's better than nothing. I'm gonna again do just a once around here. Every so often I continue to hear that big splash. I don't know where it's coming from. And there it was. But I don't see any fish working anywhere. So I'm going to cut bait. I'm going to head down south. I'm not seeing anything large on the fish finder yet, so there's a good fish there. But like I said, I'm going to head down towards those pads. And there's 2 sets here I like to look at. So we've got some action on the fish finder here. I think this will be a good place to start. I am going to switch over to the frog. I do love the frog here. And let's see. We'll see what we can catch out of the lily pads here. Again, varying up the retrieval. The frog I've found tends to work better when you go slow. Stop and go quite a bit. Incredibly poor strike. And looks like it's a little pickerel at best. So be trying to get him into the boat here. Yeah. Not the desired result, but it's better than nothing. We'll try, actually it's not better than nothing. But I'm going to try skirting along the edges here. Kind of keep it in the zone longer. So 19-yard cast, not what I'm trying to do, but will get me to the edge of the lily pads quicker. Definitely a bass. Good fighter. I'll give him that. Size-wise, I don't think it's going to be as large as some of the other ones I've got in the hopper already. But not bad. So 4 pounds. Definitely want to do better, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to do that here. So, and there's a large fish there. So, I'm going to stay here against my better judgment. I'm going to try a couple more casts. 34 pounds here isn't terrible. I'm expecting I will probably need between 40 and 50 pounds to improve on what I've gotten so far. So hopefully this is a start. Definitely a bass, not a very big one. This ain't gonna do it, which is okay. I can live with that. But I know what I saw on the fish finder. So I'm gonna continue to hunt. I'm gonna continue to cover ground. Another 3 pounds. Not gonna do much for my standing in the tournament. But I'm gonna get into some thicker vegetation here if I can cast correctly. As you can see, I'm deep in the reeds. Got some immediate interest. Good strike. Let's see what we've got here. Another small fish. Well, at least it's a bass. Just going deeper back into the lily pads. I know from the fish finder there's something large out here. I don't know what it is. I haven't figured out where it is yet. Those big fish, those are the ones that win tournaments. You get a 13, 14 pounder like we got earlier. And those can change the complexion of a tournament real quick. And another small fish. All right, so I think I'm gonna move. I'm just not getting the size fish out of here that I need. And I'm gonna end up wasting a lot of time here otherwise. So 2 pounder, again, we're on the right kind of fish. I'm actually gonna switch real quick, see what's hitting on the Pro Shad, if anything. And let's try the open water here. I've got some interest in this is kind of interesting. I don't know if I'll get a strike or not, but I'm really hoping I do. And I think this could be a little bit bigger than I've been getting, but I don't think it's the monster that I'm looking for. could be wrong though. This is one of the most confusing fights I've had in a while. The lack of pressure as he's moving towards the boat. Yeah, just like that. Wow. I think that could be a good fish. And I'm going to see if I can't get him in yet. That had all the makings of a bigger fish. The graphic didn't appear to be that much larger. But I'll tell you, just the way it was fighting, my inability to get a perfect hook set. I'm hoping this is a big fish. It sure seems like it because he's taking my line and just running with it. Again, a confusing fight. Does not look that big when he comes alongside the boat, but again, really able to, even at 16, on the drag, get that, damn it. And pardon my language, but wow, that is a good fight. I want to land this fish. More than anything right now. This is my white whale. And I'm hoping my persistence will be rewarded. Because that's twice he's thrown that hook. And I know I'm not the best fisherman that's ever lived. Not even close. It's a little bit personal. Come on, Shamu. Bite that lure. Twice I've had him on the line, twice he's gotten off, so. And I think I've got him again. Wow. The power this fish has. Incredible. And again, right back towards the boat. Man, yeah, look at that. That is a good fish. 12-pound, 9-ounce. That's a trophy catch. Gotta love that. All right, so I'm getting out of here. I think that's the big fish that was on the finder. And I am going to get myself over to the other lily pads, all the while keeping an eye on the fish finder, and we've got another large fish. And it looks like it's going to take more to win this tournament than I thought, because I am already at 43 pounds, and I'm only in 155th place. So that certainly does not bode well for my chances. Nothing. Gonna go around again, work the different angles here. Oh, helps to cast more than 2 yards. That was pathetic. Again, not really afraid of the open water. I know fish look for structure, but I found some big ones out in the open. Not seeing any real difference in depth, so it's not like they're suspended. It just happens to be where I find them. Cast along the wall here. That's the total casting control, 55 yards. So again, just right now, in the process of trying to get into the thick of this tournament. Currently sitting in 155th place. Had a plus 13 pounder we pulled out earlier, and just came across something huge on the fish finder. So really hoping to be able to find what I saw, and then if I can get it to strike, also land it, which has been the challenge this evening. So far, getting no takers on the gold shad. I'm close to getting a strike. It's just not convincing it to bite. And it's going to be heading over to the lily pads anyway. Probably going to be switching up to the frog here, just to see what we can make happen. Alright, so we're going to switch from the Pro Shad to the Deluxe Frog in the gold color. Again, had a lot of luck with that. Fishing around the lily pads. Ways out there. But I feel like the shad isn't getting it done, and I had to switch. So doing a slow retrieve, stop and go motion, level 1 speed, throwing in a twitch every so often. See if I can get whatever this is that's interested in this lure to bite. And this is a huge bass. Absolutely huge. And I got him. And we're going to knock that drag down to 20. And this is going to be a hell of a fight. In both directions. Man, it's a challenge just keeping the drag up. Ah, huge fish, so absolutely huge fish. I'm going to be trying to land this fish. This is a game-changing fish, so might be a record for me. Really going to be focused on what I can do to get this fish on board. That was great, absolutely great. Huge fish, came right up to the boat on that frog. Very confident I can get him to bite again. Again, just going to have to do a better job of landing him. Huge fish. I think I've got a legit trophy if I can just get this fish into the boat. So a little over 20 minutes to go. This is the kind of fish I'm looking to land right now. So He didn't follow it into the boat that time. I'm going to switch up. Going to get on the Pro Shad. And hopefully we can get him with a different lure. And again, just trying to vary things up, trying to get that strike. And I see him, he just jumped by the lure. And if he strikes, it's going to be right by the boat. And he did not strike. So I'm going to be going back to the frog. That's what he hit on before. And I know he's close to the boat. I could see where he was working, so I am definitely going to be trying to get within that 20 yards here just as quickly as I can. And he's toying with it. I can see him. And you can see him. It's a huge fish. Just not getting the hook set. Right there. Too far. Well, so again, knowing he's right by the boat, gonna try to get within 20 yards, gonna try to get his attention early. And I think I got it. And you can see I had that clear down the drag clear down the 12. I had stopped reeling in. And I think I'm almost going to just err on letting him throw it loose on the light side, because the way he's taking this and running with this is a big fish. And you can tell that's a hog. Holy cow! 11 pounds, 2 ounces, good fish. Definitely going to improve the standing. I don't think I had anything other than that one fish on there, so I'm going to get down to my trusted spot down here and see if we can't make the magic happen some more. So again, at this point in the tournament, I'm looking for 10-pound plus fish, and I throw the lure behind myself. So I'd forgotten how to cast all of a sudden. Currently in 139 place with 50 pounds of fish. So I greatly underestimated what I would need. Let that just be a lesson to everybody that's playing online. It may take over 60 pounds. And that would be a remarkable, remarkable stringer fish. 12-pound average. That's a stringer full of trophies, so alright, so it's not to spook them. Gonna change up our casting angle just a tad and see what's over in this set of lily pads here. Watch and see if anything's following it. And that's a no. So I'm going to try the same thing I did last time. I'm going to switch from the frog back to the pro shad. It actually looks like I stuck with the frog, but wanted to go with the shad. Just not going to happen right now. So, in the interest of time, bringing the rod tip down. I know from before he was close to the boat. Got a good strike. I don't know if I've got a good fish. And I'm going to say those runs are indicative of a good fish. Very good fish. Making another run. I love these battles. I mean, it's they've done a good job with the AI, making the larger fish run towards the boat and also away, really lulling you. That's a good fish. That's a very good fish. That's a 12-pound bass. That's phenomenal. So I can live with that. Can definitely live with that. 56 pounds, almost got me into the top 100. That's a very good thing. I'm very excited about that. So, gonna be hitting the fish finder. I need one more big fish, and I'm not gonna keep casting where there's smaller ones. And we've got big fish on the radar or on the fish finder. So we're gonna be hitting this. I'm gonna stick with the frog. I think. I had some open water success with the frog. I'm going to see if we can repeat that success. So a 56-pound stringer as it stands. I'm going to look to improve on that. I know I've got some smaller fish yet that I can replace. I feel like I'm in a very good spot right now, so nothing following the lure in. I'm going to switch over to that Pro Shad. Just feel better about it on the open water, and the speed is a huge help. Just in the retrieval process, I get a longer cast, I get a faster retrieve. It's really a win-win. And as I'm coming right down to it, the shad does a damn good job. All right, so had the dual shock controller die right in the middle of that retrieval. Not what I was looking to have happen. Less than 5 minutes to go. And I'm just outside the top 100. So landing a trophy here would probably make a huge difference. All right, we still got the big fish on the radar. I'm going to be casting along the wall. Really, it's going to be a matter of luck. I've got 3 minutes to get this fish. And it takes at least a minute to land them. So it is imperative that within the next minute and 40 seconds I'm able to get this fish on. Take a quick look around here for any activity in the water. All right, this is really going to be it at a minute and 42 seconds. I really got a minute, maybe even a little less, to get this fish in. So if I don't get a hook strike here quick, it's all over. I hate taking it down to the wire like this, but happened more than I'd like to admit. And even if he bit right now, it'd be a race against the clock. Under a minute. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is a good fish, and I don't know that I'm going to land it in time. Oh, did I get that? I got that. I got that. Wow, right down to the wire. 11-pound fish. If it counts, that might be the difference. I can't even continue off this screen. Talk about down to the wire. Let's see where I ended up. I was at 104th. See where this puts us. That's drama. It's not even going to show me in the standings. I got to go in and find out where I'm at currently. Wow. Talk about down to the last minute. £56 string. Gonna check out that leaderboard. And it says I'm at 105th. So didn't really do anything to increase or decrease my standings. Interesting. Very interesting. But that's how it goes. Literally down to the last second. You spend an hour fishing and that's what you get. So, yeah, I don't have another hour to spend playing this tonight, but definitely I'm going to be on probably tomorrow or Friday night. So we'll be live broadcasting. We'll see what comes of it. But very happy. 56-pound, 3-ounce stringer. I know I got to do better. I've got to get that above 60. I really felt like that last fish should have counted. We'll see. Apparently it doesn't look like it did. I'll have to go back and watch the film and see where I was at before, but you win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, I lost that one. Have a good night.